let's bring that up because I'm definitely going to need the help with that one. Hello, good morning, and welcome to a very special video here at the Virtual Racers Club, because we have got something quite special for you. As we've said, it is a team versus team event. Is it actually working? Yes, it is working. Okay, jolly good. Right, yes, it is a team versus team event. It's a one-off special in which they have done 2 1-hour races in which the guys here at VRC have selected a track and a car, I nearly said circuit then, in which the other team has also picked another track with another car. So for the first race, this is being placed at Sardegna, and I'm not quite sure who picks this one out. So let me see if I can find it. That's the one that we want. So this is the other team. So we'll break it down. So for the team versus team, the guys have picked out what our guys wanted, and the team in question we are with today is GTSV, a Belgium team. Now, unfortunately, I do not know anything in the language of Belgium, so my apologies to our friends over in Belgium. And I will also say that if any of you guys are watching, hello, greetings. I am VRC's voice, or the second voice, or the cheap knockoff voice of our former God and glory, all bow before his majesty. I'm the cheap replacement, and I will say from straight off the bat that my pronunciations of things is terrible, especially names. So if I do pronounce any of your names wrong, please do not take it personally. This is just me being a complete idiot. And my literacy is very, very poor. So here at Sardegna, we're going to have a 1-hour race in which I am going to assume pit stops are going to be a thing. So I don't know if there is any tyre regulations involved. I shouldn't suspect there is. So the guys over at GTSV have picked Sardegna, and the car they have chosen is the Audi RS5 Turbo DTM. Quite the beastly little car that it is. So this is going to be a very, very fun race. So they have had a 15-minute qualifying, and let's see how they have turned out. There we go. Look at them all lined up. Look at all the orange and black. Lovely. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. So let's have a look at the grid. And as we can see on pole, it is the GTSV guys taking the early advantage already. And look at this livery. That is gorgeous. I am not going to lie. It is simple. It is striking. It really, really appeals to the eye. Matte black going with the orange, that is absolutely splendid. And on pole for the GTSV guys is Speksky. I do hope I have pronounced that correctly. My apologies if I have not, my friend, but Speksky has taken the pole for the GTSV guys. In second, representing VRC, is Matt Psycho. And let's have a look also at the beautiful VRC liveried Audi, looking absolutely as splendid as always. Oh, we've hit the pit wall there. Look at that. That is beautiful. To be fair, both of them, look at this side by side. Let's see if we can get side by side. Look at that. That is just absolutely stunning. Beautiful in this day light. Really standing out the crowd. So Matt Psycho taking second for the VRC guys. In third, we have, representing VRC, is Racer Brown. So Spetsky may be on his own for the time being, with two of VRC's biggest hitters of Matt Psycho and Racer Brown behind him, but it could all change because this Audi is a psychopath. We're not going to beat the bush around that. In fourth, representing GTSV, is Kevin. I have got the one and only Kev, but you've got Kevin there, so I hope you are happy with just being called Kevin. And maybe he can bring it to the big hitters of VRC. Maybe he could bring something home for the GTSV guys. We'll have to wait and see. In fifth, we have, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Brian? I think it says Brian. Yep, Brian, representing the GTSV. So Spetsky up front does have a bit of backup behind him, so maybe these two can get in front of Matt Psycho and Racer Brown, and hopefully maybe oh, they got their numbers on the side. Oh, let's have a look. Let's see what numbers they've got. Sorry guys, I am rather curious about this. So Spetsy's gone with 888. That's quite interesting. Let's move over to Kevin. He's gone with the number 9. A nice choice there. And Brian has gone for 96. Very, very nice mix of numbers here, guys. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. So where were we? We are in 5th. So in 6th, we have, oh God, that's a name and a half. Is that Geronimo? Is it Geronimo? Oh, that's awesome, Geronimo. That is awesome. Oh, I love that. Car 68 for GTSV. Oh, is that their name on the side there? Gran Turismo Sport. Vanderen, I hope I've pronounced that right. I can imagine some of our Belgian friends have their hands in their heads thinking that I've got that wrong, but my apologies. So in 6th for GTSV is Geronimo. I really hope that is correct because that, sir, is spectacular. Take a bow. Love it. In 7th, representing VRC, finally giving the guys up front a bit of backup, and it is the one and only Skyjacker. Car 90. Oh, what was... Oh, so Geronimo is 68, and our 99 of Skyjacker in 7th, did I say that was? 3, yep, in 7th. So maybe Skyjacker could give the guys up front a little bit of backup to help them out with the GTSV guys. Then in 8th, we have our resident carp of Koi Carp. And we know he can be a surprise in a race at some point. No doubt he's got some cunning strategy in mind, ready to bring it to this race. Then in 9th, for GTSV, car number 420, that is Smokey. Fantastic name. The GTSV Smokey, I'm guessing? Yes, it is. Looking very good. What can he bring to the VRC boys today? Then in 10th, oh no. In car 305, I hope I'm saying this right. I'm not going to be popular by the end of this. Is it Adinsky? I hope that is Adinsky. Please don't hate me if it is wrong. But you're going to be Adinsky for this race. Oh, that's a good point I could do further on. So, representing GTSV is Adinsky car number 305. Then in 11th, oh no, this is another one. Car number 6. Oh, crumbs. Magiscolf? Is it Magiscolf? Magiscolf? Oh, I hope that is right. Magiscolf in 11th for GTSV, car number 6. Let's see what he can bring to the VRC boys. Then in 12th, car 74, it's our resident Belgian representing VRC. I wonder where loyalties will be here today. No wonder it'll be with VRC because it is the Bazza. So I wonder if he's got some secret strategy, some inside knowledge of what these guys could be doing. Maybe he's got some secrets he's got to tell us. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Then in 13th, car 34, that is Big Dan. And even though he's starting fairly low down, we know that he is going to be bringing it because he's the fast chap. Don't count him out just yet. And in 13th, in car 11, that is Harvey representing the VRC boys. So it's great to see everybody here for VRC representing the club. And obviously, welcome, hello to the GTSB guys. Oh, that's what I'm going to quickly do. Don't mind me. People know me as the helmet dude. So I'm going to have a little down here, and I'm going to have a little nosy at their helmets because I do like a nice design. So let's have a look, and can't see that one very well. It's nice chrome red. It's definitely not, I don't think it's the default. It does kind of looks like a little Spider-Man thing, but I don't think it is. Well, it's very nice from what I can see. I know used to. Definitely no used to. Right, let's have a look. This is Kevin, and he's gone for an Audi style helmet. Very nice there. Very nice, living up to the Audi look. Then this is Brian. Oh, wow. Oh, that is nice. Oh, I like that one. That is very, very catchy. I do like that. Then we have, that was Brian. Then it was, it's Geronimo. Let's have a look at Geronimo. Oh, nice chrome blue there from what I can tell. Looking very, very sharp. And, not too far. Yeah, maybe we can get a better look when there's more light hitting them. Maybe view them during the race. Now, this is Smokey. Let's have it. Is this pure black? Yeah, that's all black, going for the carbon look. Oh, yeah. Definitely looking the part there. Then we got a Dinsky. Let's have a look. Oh, he's gone for a Lewis Hamilton style. Is Lewis Hamilton your favourite driver, perhaps? Or maybe you just like his helmet? Either way. It's an interesting choice. Then we have... this is... Magiscolf. I really hope I don't pronounce that. Oh, that looks like a BMW. He's gone for a BMW style helmet. Very nice. I wonder if BMW and Audi are accepting of this, but we don't care. You show off what you like. I have no issue with that. Right. That's personal things over and done with. So let's get these chaps off and away. So let's give it a reverse and then let's rip. So here we go. The lights are on. Wait for it all to scream off, and off we go. So far, Specsky's managed to get away well. So has Matt Psycho and Racer Brown. Kevin for GTSV, not able to make a dent in those two just yet, but here come the first corner. There's skimming and squirming everywhere, but it looks like we're all gotten through whilst one of the GTSV boys going wide there. I'm not sure who it was. Oh, it was Geronimo. Oh, come on, Geronimo. Don't let the sign down just yet. Not with that name. You should be way up there with that sort of name. But so far at the moment, Specky is running away for it. Matt Psycho and Racer Brown, are they going to work as a team to help catch up the runaway Specky already? Racer Brown, looks like he clipped the barrier on the way out of that corner just there. Hopefully he seems okay. Kevin and Skyjacker are now duking at it. Look at these two. The DRSs are open. And that's one thing we have to remember, that these cars do have a DRS, and it looks like Skyjacker's having a look on the inside of Kevin, but Kevin defends well going through the next corner, and all it seems fine and jubbly. Further down, Brian currently in 6th, being hassled by the Koi Carp, and oh, that's another GTSV guy that's gone. Oh, I'm not quite sure. Who is it going? Oh, it's Adinsky. Oh, that is not what he needs. He's got damage all over the place. Poor Adinsky. That's probably not the start that he was looking for, but so far at the moment, Specky running for the hills. With Matt Psycho as well in hot pursuit with Racer Brown. Now, it is worth mentioning that these two, for the VRC guys, they are one of the tops. There are resident aliens. They definitely know how to race at the front. And it would appear that Specky is giving them something to think about, because he is pulling away just a small amount. So maybe Specky is the GTSV alien. And he's clearly running for the hills already. Oh, as we can see further back, Skyjacker has got ahead of Kev, and Kevin is now being hassled by Koi Carp, and Koi Carp going round the outside. Easy does it, Koi, out of the barriers. You don't want to be stuck in there, but no, Kev defends well from Koi Carp. Now breaking the toe to try and give himself a little bit of reprieve from Koi Carp, but he's coming back at him. Who's going to be braver on the brakes? It looks like they braked at the same time. Going round. Oh, no, who's that? That's spun. Oh, it's Racer Brown. Racer Brown has spun just as I was giving him compliments of being the resident alien. But it goes to show that the Audi is one mean cookie. And one small mistake in this car and you will be punished for it. So Bazza so far, I've got to remember he's with us, not them, despite being a Belgium, with all due respect there, Bazza, but he's managed to move his way up into 5th. A great start by Bazza. Maybe he's going to be bringing it to the guys up front. Who knows? Further back here, we've got Brian, who's moved down into 7th. Magiskov, I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. Magiskov currently tucked in the toe of Brian. Surely they're going to be working as a team to help themselves get back up there, but they've got Racer Brown for company, who is not going to be taking that spin easily. He's looking for a way, he's looking left, he's looking right, he's gone up on the inside of Magiskov Ban. Now he's diving up the inside and he's pulled it off brilliantly. Racer Brown now moves up into 7th and is now starting to chase down Brian in 6th place. Koi Carp now down to 9th. He was further up there, maybe he had a small off, we're not 100% sure. But Koi Carp, he's now being I've just only noticed he's being attacked by Geronimo, who's now up to 10th and is now beginning the recovery drive after that poor spin on lap 1. And he's now moving up to 9th. Smokey now in 11th. I can't remember where he started. Oh, that's one thing you'll have to remember. I have the memory of a dead fish, so I don't know where they started, but Smokey so far showing great potential. He's been hounded by Big Dan. Oh no, who's going wide? Oh no, they're all going wide onto the grass. We don't want to have a look at that as Koi Carp goes a look round the outside, going a little bit too deep, but has managed to recover it well. As we can see here, Big Dan and Smokey are now going side by side. Oh, this is brave through that fast right-hander, and it looks like Big Dan has managed to pull it off. Smokey's down into 12, and so far Harvey, it appears to be having connection issues, but he's in 13th, should I say, carrying on with his drive, and poor Adinsky having to play catch up after that spin on lap 2, and hopefully he'll be able to catch the guys up. But meanwhile at the front, as we can see, Spetsky is clearing Matt Psycho. This man means business. He's here, he's taking names, and he's taking the glory. There's no points in this. It's just a little friendly race. No points, no championships, nothing on the cards. So it's just all about the glory moment. And so far, Spetsky is proving that he's going to be the one to beat. But Matt Psycho, keeping him honest, he has dropped back a little bit at the moment. Matt Psycho does have the fastest lap at the moment. So maybe he'll be able to claw Spetsky in, or maybe Spetsky's just conserving his tyres a little bit, maybe doing a bit of fuel savings, because, oh mind you, there's not much in between it. 0.02 of a second between Spetsky and Matt Psycho. It goes to show how even these two guys are. Incredible. And there we go, as we say it, Spetsky has just taken the fastest lap with a 33.0. Matt Psycho can't respond with a 33.7. So Spetsky now putting the hammer down and getting him distance between himself and Matt Psycho. Skyjacker currently in 3rd in the final podium position, but he is being hounded by Kevin. And you can see there's not much in between these two guys either. Maybe Kevin can bring it to Skyjacker, and maybe you can go chase after Matt Psycho and give Spetsky a little bit of backup. And as we can see, he's having a look. He breaks out the toe a little early. Quite confident in that car's performance, no doubt about it. Are we going to see a move as we go down this long, curvy straight? As we can see, he tucks into the toe. The DRS is open. Spetsky goes round the outside. Skyjack, as we know, he is a great defender on the inside. He'll defend it as best as he can. Oh, there's a little bit of paint trading. You can do that off screen, guys. But there we go. Skyjacker maintains 3rd at the moment. But Kevin is on his bumper like a bad rash. Bazza so far in 5th, doing incredibly well for the VRC guys. Maybe he can bring home a surprising 5th for us. It'll be great for him, even though there's nothing on it. But it's great to see the potential of Bazza shining through here. Brian in 6th, also chasing down Bazza, his fellow countryman. And at the moment he's having to push hard, but he's going to have to think soon, because he's got Racer Brown tight behind him, and we know that this man is no slouch. But even after the little spin that he had in race 2, he is on it hard. Maybe strategy's now out the window, but he could catch up Brian, we don't know. A lot of these Belgian chaps to me are unknowns. I don't know how quick they can be. So this is going to be a great surprise for us here at the VRC. Geronimo now moving up into 8th. He's doing a great... Oh no, we got a yellow flag. Was that Racer Brown? No, wait, it was Skyjacker. Oh no, the Spin Jacker has returned. At least when he least expects it. And now I'm able to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, how did I do it before? Yeah, because he was in 3rd, he's now dropped to 9th, and ladies and gentlemen, it is the return of the Spin Jacker with a vengeance. And now he's dropped down into 9th. Now Smokey has got a target in front of him of Skyjacker, so maybe he can put the hammer down and start backing up his fellow countrymen. And we can see he's pulled away from Big Dan a little bit there. He was keeping him honest at some point, but it would appear that Smokey is able just to pull that little bit of a gap in front of him. But we know that Big Dan can go through a set of tyres quite easily. But, oh, easy Dan, easy on the throttle. There we go, lad, you've got it under now. Oh, we can see further back here we've got Koikap and Harvey. It's a little bit of a VRC battle going on here. I don't remember Koikap being all that far down. As we can see, Harvey's connection twitching in left and right. We're not quite sure where he is. Now he's settled into the toe of Koikap. You've got to remember, guys, you're on the same team. Let's work on the same page. There we go. So Coy can't maintain in 12th. We've got Harvey in 13th, and the quick approaching Adinsky after that poor spin. He's now making up for ground, and he's now got 2 VRC guys in his sights and is ready to pull the trigger. Meanwhile, sticking with the front at the moment, Spetsky has pulled off a big gap between himself and Matt Psycho. Spetsky clearly showing he is a man of pace. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel. He's barely used the sauce. We're only on lap 7, but it will be quick laps. So my guess is they've done 7 laps and a quarter of a tank. So about lap 28, these guys may be running out of fuel. That's what I suspect. Matt Psycho at the moment, who has used a little bit more fuel and a little bit more tyre than Spetsky. So Matt Psycho appears to have met his match in Spetsky, who is absolutely running away with it. He's got the fastest lap. He's got more fuel. He's got more meat left on the tyres. So it appears this guy means the serious business. Ooh. It's going to be great to see him battle it out, Matt Psycho, if he ever catches up. Kevin for the GTSV, still in 3rd. He's all by his Billy Bob at the moment. No playmates, but it just means it gives him a chance to put in some quick laps, try to back up his teammate Spetsky up front. With 34.7 the last lap, Matt Psycho in a 33.9, so he's just less than a second than Matt Psycho up in front. But we know he can do the 33.9s, so maybe it was just a little glitch in his internal software, and maybe he can start catching up the chaps in front of him. Bazza for VRC. Look at the train behind Bazza. Oh, it's like a lamb to the slaughter, bless him. He's got Brian and Racer Brown chasing down. Look at this, Brian and Racer Brown side by side through these corners. Oh, beautiful. Let's keep it honest, guys. Steady. Oh, no, done the old switcheroo, and Brian goes through into 5th. Oh, beautifully well done by Brian, taking 5th from Racer Brown. And Geronimo's now having a look at him as well. Geronimo's come out of nowhere, right up to 7th. He was last at one point after a spin, and he's now duking it out with VRC's alien of Racer Brown. Oh, this is beautiful stuff. And I know I shouldn't be biased, but come on, Geronimo, with a name like that, you deserve my cheering on. Sorry, VRC, don't sack me just yet, please. The paychecks hasn't cleared yet, but sorry, but come on, Geronimo! You watch that name, the pronunciation is going to be completely wrong, and someone's going to tell me it's something completely different. The story of my life. And as I've been babbling on, Racer Brown has taken 5th off Brian. As I was mumbling like a something, Racer Brown is now moving into 5th, and he's got Bazza in front of him as well. So what's going to happen here? Is this going to be team orders? Is Bazza going to let Racer Brown through and hope and maybe hold up Brian, Geronimo and Magiskoff a little bit? That could be the case. As we can see, Bazza and Racer Brown can't decide when they're going to make the move. We know that in VRC history, and that Racer Brown can be faster than Bazza in some occasions. And there we go, he pulls over. He's letting Racer Brown through, so team orders are in effect right now. And he's now released Racer Brown, so now he's going to hold up Geronimo, Brian. Geronimo and Brian, should I say, not Geronimo, Brian. That'll be like the fusion technique in Dragon Ball Z, won't it? And as we can see, Geronimo having a look at Bazza, he pulls the trigger, he can see Racer Brown in front of him, and it looks like Geronimo is going to beat Bazza onto the inside. Let's take it easy, boys, and beautifully well done by Geronimo. Now up into 5th, and he's now going to start chasing down Racer Brown for that 4th place. We can see back here as well, we've got Brian and Skyjacker now at it for 7th place. Now, if Skyjacker does get through, in which he does have 7th at the moment, is Bazza going to let him through as well? Bazza's definitely playing the team game as we speak. So is he going to let Skyjacker through as well? He clouted the barrier a little bit there. That's not going to be doing him any favours, because he's just going to be losing ground. As we can see, Brian is approaching quick and fast. Skyjacker goes, no, he doesn't defend the inside corner. It's quite a surprise there from Skyjacker, and boom, there we go. Oh, Brian's overcooked it. Oh, Brian has just gone a little bit too deep. Skyjacker absolutely anticipated that move. Wow, I doubt a cracking defensive move there from Skyjacker. It keeps him in 7th at the moment. But is he going to be there for much longer, I wonder? Let's have a look further back here. We can see that Brian's got his teammate Smokey for company. And he's definitely on a mission as well to catch up his teammates, give him a little backup. Further down here, we've got Magiskoff in 10th, and we've got a yellow flag. Oh, it's Brian! Oh, poor Brian. He was doing so well. Oh, this has got to be painful. We can see he's got engine damage, he's got suspension damage, and bumper damage. That's not going to be helping him. Where is Zadinsky in all this? He's approaching quick. I think he's going to get his teammate fairly quickly. I think the damage is light, so it will repair itself over time. Yep, there we go. The damage has gone. So now Brian can start putting the hammer down and hopefully catch up his teammates to give him back up, and Adinsky in close. So Harvey down here 11th. He's doing well for himself at the moment. Ooh, I was going to say keep it off the grass, mate, because you don't want to be there too much, because you'll end up going sideways like everybody else. And Koikart bringing up the rear for VRC. Maybe he's got some cunning strategy at play, who knows, or he could just be struggling with that Audi, because it is a bit of a psychopath, that back end. One false move and this thing will eat you alive. Back at the front, however, Spetsky, look at the gap that Spetsky created. He is in a race of his own at the moment. Incredible stuff from Spetsky. Off like a bullet into the wind. And it looks like this is going to be Spetsky's to lose at this point. Not unless Matt Psycho has anything to say about it so far at the moment. Spetsky's still got good tyre wear. Still got quite a bit of meat left on those tyres. He's just coming up to, well, he's over half a tank. Matt Psycho has used his tyres and fuel that little bit more, so Matt Psycho is definitely pushing, but he's just not able to find the speed in that Audi as Spetsky has. And looks like second is going to be the best for Matt Psycho at the end of this, but to be fair, with the absolute raw pace that Spetsky is showing, I think that is a very, very commendable second, and Spetsky looks like is going to take the win this race round. I mean, we're only 18 minutes in, we've still got quite a long way to go, but it looks like it's going to be his to lose. Third at the moment is Kevin. He's used his tyres quite a lot. He's definitely pushing that Audi hard. He's got less fuel than the guys in front of him on there, so Kevin looks like he's given it the absolute beans. He's just not able to catch the guys in front of him, but if he's able to keep it pointing in the right direction, looks like this is going to be a great podium for Kevin and the GTSV guys. Racer Brown will have something to say about that though, currently in 4th. I don't know how far away he is from Kevin. It looks like it's a reasonably chunky gap, but Racer Brown has saved a bit more fuel. He's got more meat left on those tyres, so Racer Brown has looked after them a little bit more than Kev, so don't count Racer Brown out just yet, Kevin, because this guy is going to come at you later on in the race. Geronimo in 5th. What a recovery drive from him. He's absolutely hounding Racer Brown, really having to make Racer Brown think about what he's having to do. One small mistake from Racer Brown and Geronimo's going to have him. So Racer Brown will have to keep his keep his head down, keep concentrating, keep it pointing in the right direction, but he'll have to soak up a lot of pressure from Geronimo. Skyjacker in 6th. What could have been for Skyjacker so far? He was in 3rd. And then the curse of Spinjacker comes back and bites him in the tushy. And now we're seeing him drop down to 6th. And as soon as I said it, he's hit the grass and he's hit the barrier. Oh no, he's gone again. Oh, poor Skyjacker. It's not going well for him. And he's going to be absolutely livid with this. But as we've said before, this Audi is a bit of a maniac. So that promotes Smokey into 6th and Bazza up into 7th. So Bazza will have to come and help. Racer Brown in 4th at the moment, but so far Smokey and Geronimo proving to be a bit of a handful for these guys. And so far you've got to say that points were on the cards. It looks like it's going all GTSV's way. All fair credit to them as well. They look quite the capable drivers. Looks like they could give a lot of the VRC guys a run for their money, and they are proving that today. Magiskov as well, he's now being hounded by the Skyjackers. We can see that Skyjackers having a look on the inside, and here we go, we're going to have some glorious side-by-side action, but Skyjacker just backs off a little bit. He slips into the toe. He's going to use this long straight to give him as much advantage as he can. Coming down here through the twisty section, you can see he's looking left, he's looking right, he's looking for a gap on the way through. Boom, he's gone onto the inside. Who's going to be braver on the brakes? It looks like it was Skyjacker, but it's too much. He's gone seriously deep. Where's Brian in all this? Brian can now see him. Oh no! Oh, it's all falling apart back here. Oh no! It looks like Big Dan, even though he got hit during that calamity, has managed to come out of it with just a small amount of damage. But poor Brian and poor Skyjacker. Oh my word. Got a feel for Skyjacker and Brian and all that. He's just a casualty in the calamity. And unfortunately, Skyjacker has now dropped to last. And I think he's probably already looking towards the end of this race. Maybe he's not a fan of the Audi, I expect. But, mind you, he has used that front right tyre a considerable amount. And as we can see, Skyjacker is the first to pit. He's had enough of that worn tyre. Probably from all the spinning, that's probably what's worn it out. But you can get some fresh set of boots on and start making progress up the front. Now we're going to keep an eye on him for the time being, just see if he changes compound. Brand new Hancock's going on. I'm guessing he's going to fill the tank all the way up to the brim. Where is the fuel guy in all of this? I don't see a fuel guy. Curious. There we go, just shy of a full tank. And there we go, he's come out on sauce. He's getting the blue flags. There goes Spensky. Speksky, should I say. Oh dear. Hopefully I'm getting all these right. Anyway, so poor Skyjacker has been lapped, but he is the first to come in. And look at that, when coming up to 24 minutes, and Speksky has barely used those tyres. He's used the rears more, in all fairness, but he's just under half a tank. Matt Psycho, however, they've got about the same tyre wear at the rear right, but Matt's front right is way more used than Speksky. That is interesting. Ooh. Has GTSV got their own tyre whisperer, I wonder? We know here at VRC, Silverstar is a tyre whisperer. He knows how to look after a set of tyres. Maybe Speksky is using the same omen that Silverstar uses to save himself some tyres. Maybe he could teach us a thing or two about how saving tyres. I could probably do with that myself, I'm not going to lie. Matt Psycho at the moment still chasing him down, and all credit to him. Kevin, meanwhile, in third. Wow, he's really used them tyres. I suspect a pit stop will be coming very soon for Kevin. Don't put it on the grass, mate. We don't need a lawnmower. I'm pretty sure they did it for us before this, and I suspect that most of them that have gone off so far has probably done the rest of it. So no need to go on the grass, my friend. He's going to go around for another lap. He's definitely been using every little bit of those tyres that he can give. Geronimo now in fourth, and he's on a mission at the moment. It's quite consistent as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's in the high 33s. He's now in the high 34s, so he's definitely chasing the guys down in front. Let's have a look at Spetsky. Look at that consistency. In the 33s all the time, with only a few tenths between each one. Wow, that is some consistency. Good Lord. Definitely the alien of GTSV. I will stake my name on it that this guy is the alien for GTSV. Matt Psycho as well. Is Matt's? Oh no, yeah, he's getting blue flags because of Skyjacker, but he's still got a bit of a gap in front, so giving it relatively early. Geronimo in fourth, as we've seen. Racer Brown in fifth. You can see Geronimo in the front of him, so he is a little bit behind, but as we've seen, this Audi is quite the pig, and it's only going to take one small mistake for the back end to kick out. And Racer Brown will be giving it the absolute best that he can. Maybe more than fifth is on the cards if he plays the strategy right. Smokey in sixth as well, keeping Racer Brown honest. He's been behind Racer Brown for a considerable amount of this race, keeping him honest. Smokey showing himself to be quite the competitor himself, and he's constantly in the 34s, which, granted, it's not as fast as Spetsky, but it's still highly commendable to be that consistent. That is some pace. Smokey, pat on the back to you, good sir. That is brilliant consistency. And here's our resident Belgian, Batter. He's also, well, he's all by his Billy Lonesome at the moment, but he's holding off seventh quite well. As long as he points it, keeping in, there. Oh dear, that's the 20p running out. As long as he keeps it pointing in the right direction. Looks like seventh is going to be a great result for Bazza regardless. Magiskov in 8 as well. I don't see much of him, to be fair. Let's have a good look. Well, must have had a few offs here and there, but showing he's got some pace for himself. He has used that right rear considerable amount, so maybe a pit stop is in the cards for him very, very shortly as well. Big Dan as well, he's used that right side quite a lot more than Magiskov in front of him, so he'll be another one into the pits soon. And as we say that, Kevin has gone into the pits, and those right, well, mind you, the rears and the right hand side begging for mercy, so it looks like he's pulled the trigger. Now let's have a look and see what he goes on to. Geronimo goes through third. Racer Brown has come in as well. As you can see, he's saved a little bit more fuel than Kevin. So Geronimo and Smokey go through. And Bazza's come in as well. So it looks like a lot of them are now starting to pit. We know that Kevin's going to get away very shortly. There we go. Kevin has gone just over 75%. So he's confident he's going to take that to the end of the race, which he's gone for softs. Here comes Big Dan. Brian has gone through as well. Racer Brown has come up. He's put in more fuel than Brian. So, no, Kevin should I say, then Kevin. So maybe Kevin's got to do a little bit of fuel saving. Now, Racer Brown has gone for mediums. That is interesting. As far as I'm aware, there is no mandatory tire, so maybe this is just out of personal choice. Maybe happy to give up a little bit less grip and have a bit more life in the tyre to keep him going. Matt Psycho has pitted in second. As we can see, he's really worn those tyres down. Spetsky is still going. That right rear is definitely going to give up the ghost soon, but he feels like he can get one more lap out of them. Now this is going to be critical for Spetsky. Geronimo has pitted as well in third place. Smokey is now pitting as well. What about Magiskov? Is he going to pit this lap as well? I suspect that he might. Yep, he's diving right. There we go. So it's all down to Kevin. As we can see, he's now going to shoot up into third. And Matt Psycho, oh, he's long gone. He is long gone. So second remains for Matt Psycho. He's gone softs. He's gone 3/4. So it looks like Racer Brown might have just put a bit more fuel in to give him more oomph. Big Dan promoted to provisional 4th. We know he's not going to be there for long when he pits. Geronimo in 5th. He's gone over 3/4 and put a new set of softs on. Smokey's under 3/4 and softs again. So it's round about 3/4. It looks like is going to be roughly about how much fuel you want in. Racer Brown is down into 7th, so he's really sacrificed a lot to really catch those guys up. And Spetsky has pitted. The leader has now come in, so let's have a look and see what he goes on to. My guess is he's going to go on to the back, well, stick with the soft, should I say. Well, there is no fuel guy, so I was right. It gets fueled by himself. Ooh, there's a ghost refueler around here somewhere. There we go. He's gone under 1/4. Where's Matt Psycho? And he's just coming down the start straight now. So Spetsky has managed to pull off a big enough gap to maintain that lead. As we were correct, he's put on a set of softs just under 3/4 of a tank. So it's round about the 3/4 mark that will see them to the end. Kevin maintaining third, Big Dan in 4th, but that's not going to be for very long because there goes Geronimo and Big Dan has gone into the pits. Smokey's now coming to retake 5th place, and here comes Racer Brown. So I wonder if the mediums was the right choice for Racer Brown, because he seems to be struggling with those mediums. He's not caught up Smokey by much, but maybe he thinks this will definitely get him to the end, or maybe he just didn't fancy the softs. Who knows? Magiskov in 7th, doing well for the GTSV boys. Bazza in 8th as well. And all respect to Bazza, it's a difficult car. He's managing to do quite well in the 35s and 36. It's a respectable time. Big Dan has now come out. He's gone on to the softs. He's now under 3/4 of a tank. Let's have a look behind him. Oh, and Brian has pit. Yeah, we did see that Brian pitted. I can't remember if he was behind Big Dan. Skyjack as well. We saw him pit a long time ago. And we've got Koikap. He must have recently pitted as well. He's, well, a few laps ago maybe, because his softs are a little bit worn. He's got 3/4 of a tank. Harvey as well. Well, he pitted 2 laps ago. He's gone to the softs and 3/4 of a tank. And oh god, I've forgotten. Adinsky. My apologies. As we can see, he's got on to the softs as well. He's got on the 3/4, so it looks like 3/4 is the way to go. Spetsky at the moment, though, he has pulled away even further from Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho not having an answer for Spetsky, despite all of his pace, despite all of his experience and his love for endurance racing. It would appear that he has met his match in GTSV's Spetsky. Very interesting stuff. Kevin in third, also for the GTSV. It looks like it's going to be a double podium for the GTSV boys, and what a cracking result that would be for them. If they are able to keep up this form of pace, they are going to be showering in that champagne. Let's not forget, we've got a second race after this one, so it could all change. Who knows? Geronimo in fourth as well. We're now at that point in the race where they've all spread out, they've all got their own little spaces. It's just about keeping your head down, putting in the lap times, minimizing your mistakes, just keeping it going in the right direction. We've got Smokey in fifth as well for the GTSV boys. So far it is only Matt Psycho in the top 5 for the VRC boys. Racer Brown in 6th. Is he going into the pits? He is going into the pits. Maybe he's had enough of those medium tyres. Or are the mediums a mandatory tyre, I wonder? I'm going to have to double check this, because I am honestly not sure. So a quick free throw. I'll just start one of them. First Now, according to this, there is no mandatory tyre, but I could be wrong. So it might be, who knows? For all we know, it could have been a mistake from Racer Brown, inadvertently selecting the mediums and just decided, nah, I might as well carry on with it. But he's only dropped to Magiskov and Bazza, but with a fresh set of soft tyres, he's really going to be putting the hammer down. Maybe put in some qualifying times to help him catch up his teammate Bazza. Start taking it to Magiskov. Speaking of Magiskov, he's all by his Billy Lonesome as well. So is Bazza. There's Racer Brown behind him. We've got Big Dan behind him as well. He's not all that far behind Racer Brown. So he has just put in his fastest lap of a 1:33.9. So Big Dan, not all that, just under a second of the quickest time. It's quite respectable, without a doubt. I wonder if he's going to be bringing it to Racer Brown, or he's just going to let him go. Brian for the GTSV in 10th at the moment. He's had a bit of a mixy race, to say the least. He's definitely got some pace, but just a few mistakes and getting caught up in a few spins by other drivers, and it has knocked him down a little bit. Skyjacker's woes continuing in 11th. We've seen him spin the car so many times. It appears that Spinjacker is the one driving today and not Skyjacker. But don't forget, we've got a race 2 to come, so maybe his fortunes will change in race 2. Koi Cap as well. We've not seen much of Koi. Struggling at the back here. He's now up into 12th. So, oh no, Harvey's gone wide, and that's Adinsky. He's surely going to make Harvey. Is he going to make Harvey pay for that mistake? He looks like it. He's looking left, but he's just not sure where to put the car, because Harvey seems to be wherever he wants to go. And it would appear he's struggling to think of where Harvey is. It is understandable. He moves it to the inside. Harvey's going to have to go around the outside, but no, Adinsky backs off. Just not quite sure where Harvey is. So I think these are the only guys in a battle on track. There is one further up. Let's have a look. Yes, as we can see, Brian is now hunting himself a Big Dan. So it's Brian of GTSV versus Big Dan of VRC. Let's watch these guys for a little bit, because they appears to be the only chaps on track at the moment with a battle. I tell you what, let's have a look inside from Brian's point of view. We can have a lovely look inside the Audi RS5 cockpit. As we can see, he's just trying to find his mark, trying to find a small chink in Big Dan's defence, but he's not able to find a gap so far. Also noticed as well, on the dash, if you look just above the gears, there is an act. And I have a feeling that's saying activation of the DRS. Lovely stuff. As we come down to this tight left-hander, oh, he's having a low. I thought he collided there with Big Dan, but he's managed to avoid it for that. Let's have a look at this, because I think this is a beautiful view. One great thing of GT7, one of the only thing. Oh no, Brian's lost it. Oh no. Let's have a look back. No, he's managed to, oh, mind you, he has got damage to the front and the rear. Poor Brian. Oh dear. Oh, and any of the chaps at GTSV watching this, it'd be worth noting, I will even put my hand up for this one, but I have the world's worst curse. Every time I do that, I always seem to catch people at the wrong time and when they spin. It is not something I can do if I tried. It's just when I go to this sort of view, for some reason, bad things happen. Like if I stay here for now, something will happen, so I'm not going to go into that view much more. So, with Brian losing Big Dan, they're all spaced out a little bit now. We've got Koikap down here. We've got, oh, and there we see Adinsky has gotten himself ahead of Harvey. But in all fairness, though, Harvey is he's a fairly newish chap with us for VRC. He's, no disrespect to Harvey, he's not one of the faster guys in our group, but it's just great to see everybody representing VRC regardless of skill level. And no disrespect to you, Harvey, whatsoever, but it is great to see you in VRC Motorsport colours, and I definitely... Come on, keep it on the... There we go, Matt, as I say, keep it on the concrete, mate, not in the grass. We mowed it earlier, and it's just great to see him representing VRC and showing that despite not being the fastest guy on track, he's happy to carry on going regardless. And as we can see, he's about to be lapped by Penske, and Penske is now putting a new fastest lap of 1:32.7. Wow. I couldn't tell you how quick I would be. Oh, pardon. My apologies. I have quite a few of the windy pops. Because I had a lovely food earlier on, a homemade pizza, and unfortunately my stomach has now decided that now is a good time to show its appreciation for the food. Oh great, now I've got something lodged in my throat. Not going well, this, is it? So, oh no, we've got a yellow flag. What has gone on? Oh no, not again. Oh, Spinjacker absolutely having a horrid time. He's now down to last. Bless his soul. As you can see, he's now pulling over to the side. And oh, we had another one. Oh, it's Harvey. Oh no, poor Harvey. The woes of VRC continue as Harvey and Spinjacker now appear to be in their own little competition of who can spin out the most times. And I couldn't even begin to tell you who would be winning that one. And oh, Harvey really struggling with that car for the moment. But so far, look at the sea of Belgium in the standings at the moment, with Matt Psycho being the only one of the VRC guys now in the top 6, with Bazza and Racer Brown in 7th and 8th. I nearly said Bazza was with GTSV. I do apologise, my friend. blame the flag. I'm looking at the flag and thinking, yep, that's GTSV. I see yours and get the two mixed up. Don't hate me. Please don't hate me. Still got Kevin in third. Doing incredibly well for the GTSV boys. Geronimo, quite the recovery drive from him. We got Smokey. Oh no, was Smokey had a spin? Smokey had a spin? It looks like it. Well, it seems... Oh dear. I think he did have a spin. I'm not 100% sure. Magiskoff in 6th for the GTSV boys. Got Bazza here in 7th. He's about to be caught by Racer Brown, who, despite with the fresher tyres, just doesn't have an answer for the GTSV boys. Big Dan as well in 9th, trying to hunt himself down at Racer Brown. We've got Brian in 10th chasing down Big Dan, so looks like this might actually be the closest battle we have on track. So we'll stick with these guys for the time being, shall we? Get a beautiful good look of that beautiful GTSV livery. It's great to see all of these guys out on track, really. It's great to see the team competitions back with us for VRC. We've not had one for quite a while, to be fair. Last one we had was with the Amigos racing team, which ART did come out as the majority victor. Oh no, Big Dan's gone wide. As soon as I noticed it, oh, easy chaps, easy, steady, steady. Let's not lose the feathers just yet. So it looks like Big Dan went deep into the final corner, and Brian punishes him for it and takes 9th place away from Big Dan. But it's not over yet, because Brian is now being hounded by Big Dan. And I can see further in front. No, there's not. Racer Brown hasn't quite caught Bazzy yet, so we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, excuse me. See what I mean by the windy pops? That's now telling me that was a lovely pizza you made, sir. Here's my compliments to the chef. Have some gas. Brian's managed to pull out a bit of a gap to Big Dan for the time being. We're now just coming up to 12 minutes left, and they've all separated themselves out. So it looks like this is the only guys at the moment. We'll have a look at these guys. We can see Bazza now being hounded by Racer Brown. I imagine that Bazza is going to play the team game and let Racer Brown through, or is it every man for himself now? Oh no, Bazza's gone a little bit too deep, and there's Racer Brown going through. I think he's a little bit too far away to catch up Magiskoff. So it looks like 7th may be the best Racer Brown can hope for, barring any mistakes from the GTSV boys. But we will have to wait and see. Maybe Bazza can use a little bit of a tow from Racer Brown to help catch himself up the field a bit more. But so far, Brian proving too much for Big Dan to handle, as he is now pulling away from him. Koikap in 11th. He's all by his lonesome at the moment. I think he's about to... Either he's been lapped by somebody, which I'm guessing it's Spetsky. I think that might be Matt Psycho behind him. Yep, that looks like... Actually, I don't know, actually. Has Koi been lapped by... I don't know. I honestly do not know. Well, that's a GTSV behind him, which is a Dinsky, so that's correct. Oh, maybe it's Big Dan. No, it can't be. No, it isn't. Oh, it might be a Spetsky. Let's have a... Yes, it's Spetsky. I was right. So Spetsky has lapped Koikarp. Wow, why did it take me so long to figure that out? I will never know. But so far at the moment, they've all got their own little spaces. So now we're in the final 10 minutes of this race, and it appears we are now at the calm down period. Because there's not much in the way of fights at the moment. Looks like there's further one back here. Oh no, that's Zadinsky. I'm guessing he's going to be lapped by Matt Psycho. Yes, it is. Car 16, that is VRC's Matt Psycho. So Zadinsky about to be lapped by second place. So I'm thinking we're going to get a little bit of action, but so far at the moment, Adetsky not fully letting Matt through. Or maybe he's just waiting for the right opportunity to move over. There we go, he lets him through. Although, not to... Maybe it could have been a little bit earlier, I don't know. I wasn't in full view, or maybe Matt Psycho couldn't find a safer way through, but it's all been sorted now. And what can you say for poor Sky? Probably looking forward to dumping that Audi. Oh, he's going into the pits. I wonder if he doesn't have enough fuel to see him to the end. I wonder. Tyre's not an issue. He didn't pit all that long ago, actually, to be fair. Maybe he just needs fuel, maybe. Yep. Oh, there's no work going on the car. Is he throwing in the towel? Or has he got a mechanical problem we're not aware of at the moment? But there goes Spetsky going on through. We'll keep my eye on Skyjacker. We're not quite sure what's happened there. There we go. Matt Psycho is now lapped. Oh no, that's Kevin gone wide. He must have clouded a barrier on the way around because he's got a bit of damage. And I think that's Harvey behind him as well. Yep, that's Harvey twitching. So Kevin has survived. And that little spin could have cost him third place from Geronimo, but Geronimo's not all that far behind him. Now that would be interesting to see, because I don't know these chaps. I don't know which one is the faster of the other, so I don't know if Kevin will let him through to take third place, or is it going to be every man for himself at this point of the race. Like I said, there's no points available. It's just purely for gloating. So it's all just about glory points. So there's no telling what's going to happen. That's Harvey he's approaching, so Harvey will have to let him through at some point. Fifth, we've got Smokey. He's all on his own as well. So is Magiskov. So far, the GTSV boys are showing the VRC boys a bit of a thing or two, as they've got majority of the top 8 places. Racer Brown currently in 7th. Got Bazza in 8th. He's got Brian not all that far behind him. So Bazza, should I say. That's a nasty habit I need to ditch. So Bazza might have something to think about in the last 5 minutes of this race. And the question is Bazza going to be able to hold him off? He's got a little bit more fuel and tyre than Brian, so Bazza has a few more toys at his disposal, but is Brian going to be able to pull it off? But he can't afford a mistake either, because Big Dan isn't all that far behind him. It is a big enough gap, but a mistake from Brian could prove to be costly for him. Koikap as well in 11th. There's not much left of his tyres. I assume he's going to carry on regardless. Dinsky as well in 12th. Maybe he's not happy with the Audi either, so that could be one for another day. And Harvey in 13th, doing a great job in 13th, and we think it might be a terminal problem for Skyjacker, which is seeing him out of the race. But less than 5 minutes to go. Spetsky is all clear to take the win for race one. In race one, there we go, not waste one. Sound like Elmer Fudd, don't I? Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. So, as I was trying to say earlier, Spetsky all clear to take the race one victory. Got Matt Psycho in second for the VRC boys. At least VRC have one guy on the podium. I'm sure they'll be pleased with it, but to be fair, as I said before, the Audi is a bit of a pig and it will bite. And to be honest, I think they've all done a cracking job regardless of the result. We've got Kevin in 30. He's now being chased by Geronimo, and is Geronimo going to be able to catch up Kevin in the dire end of this race? That's going to be interesting to see. I'm guessing it's going to be every man for himself, and they appear to be the only ones relatively close to each other on a track. So I'll tell you what, let's watch these GTSV boys go at it, and if Geronimo can catch Kevin in the last few minutes, oh, this is going to be tasty. Seeing two GTSV boys going at it, showing us what they can do. They've clearly shown that they've got the pace of the GT. Oh no, Geronimo, don't go onto the grass. There we go, back on track. There we go, goes a little bit deep. Tyres will be a little bit dirty, so it's got to be careful. But he's got to be in the tow range of Kevin, so we'll stick with these guys because I have a good feeling that this is going to be wonderful to watch. GTSB showing us what these chaps can really do. As we can see, Geronimo has caught up very close to Kevin. Now Kevin, I assume he's going to go defensive. He wants the podium, so does Geronimo. And what a story that would be for Geronimo to come back from last after that nasty spin to come home to take third. That would be absolutely glorious and one to really gloat about. But is Geronimo going to be able to pull it off with only a few minutes left? Oh, this is going to be tantalising stuff. As we can see, he's now tucking into the toe. Is he going to pull the trigger? Coming down to that left-hand corner. He's going onto the inside, and Kevin's going to go wide. Oh, wonderfully well done. Very, very beautifully overtaken there. Geronimo now moving up into third, claiming that last podium spot, and that is going to be a podium well deserved in my opinion. He's just got to hang on though. We'll stick with him for now. So they appear to be the closer ones. I can see there's two guys close on track. We'll have a quick look and make sure, is that an on track? Yes it is, and it's Bazza versus Brian. So we've got Belgium versus Belgium, but it's VRC versus GTSV. But so far, Brian appears to have the upper hand over Bazza. Just can't seem to find. Oh, and that's sealed it now. He's got a little bit of damage. We're in the final minute, so it looks like Bazza just hasn't got the toys to catch up to Brian. So we'll have a quick look up here again. As we can see, Geronimo is still being pressured by Kevin, Now, is Kevin going to pull the trigger going down this wiggly straight, I wonder? I think he's just a little bit too far out of the toe to make it work. As we're coming into the final seconds, and Spetsky has gone through. That's not Matt Psycho. No, it is not. So Spetsky has gone through, so he's going to get one more lap. Is Matt Psycho going to get one more lap in? I don't think. No, he hasn't. So Matt Psycho comes home in second for VRC. But who's going to take third? I wonder. Geronimo and Kevin's absolutely pushing as hard as he can to try and take that third place back from Geronimo. But it's too much. He has too much of the car. Is Smokey going to come through? No, he's miles away. So we'll cut to Geronimo. What a recovery drive from Geronimo to come home in third place. Well done, sir. Kevin is also coming home in fourth. There's one of the VRC boys coming through. I'm going to quickly see who it was. Oh, Koikap's already finished. Sadinsky's finished. Harvey is finished. And Skyjacker has finished. Well, we'll cut back to... Oh, no, Smokey is finished. So Smokey comes home in fifth. Magiskov coming home in sixth. Barely much left in the fuel tank as well. But well done, Magiskov. Racer Brown, it's got to say a seventh. It's hard fought, but I'm thinking he's probably expecting better. Brian coming home in eighth for the GTSV guys. Bazza coming home in ninth for VRC, and our final guy to cross the line. Is he going to give us a slide? I wonder. I don't think he is Racer Dan, but he did give us a bit of a wiggle. Oh, look at that. He's finished second. I've done it again. Somehow, Big Dan, through the shock of everybody, has jumped up into second. Let's make this correct, shall we? He's still in second. There we go. I have a habit of doing that as well. So, Spetsky comes home to take the win in race one for the GTSV guys. Well done, sir. Matt Psycho coming home in second, the first of the VRC boys to come home, take home a little bit of fake silverware for us. Geronimo coming home in third. What a comeback and a half for Geronimo. I take my hat off to you, sir. Well played. Kevin coming home in fourth. I bet he might be a little bit gutted. Could have been a third, but I just couldn't keep up with Geronimo in the end. Smokey coming home in fifth. Bit of a quiet one for Smokey, but a well-deserved fifth. Magiskov coming home in sixth as well. Racer Brown coming home in seventh. I think he's probably going to be a little bit annoyed with it, but it's still seventh, and let's not forget there's nothing on the line, so maybe he's just happy to represent the VRC guys. Brian coming home in eighth. Got Bazza coming home in ninth. Got Big Dan. Let's see if we can get something a bit better. I had a better view than that before. Come on, you can do better than that. Nah. Big Dan coming home in 10th. Koikap in 11th, Adinsky in 12th, Harvey coming home in 13th, and Skyjacker coming home for 14th after what I can assume is either a terminal problem or a temper problem, we will say. But never mind. It's all in good fun at the end of it. So that was race one. And guess what? We have another. So, I'll let that kick up. When it comes in, I will take a very, very, very short break. And we'll crack on with the race, which I will break it down for you once we are ready to go. Now, as far as I remember, I think they're at Suzuka. I think. Can't quite remember. I should have looked at it, really, shouldn't I? This is how prepared I am for these sort of things. Wait. Oh, it is a Suzuka. What is actually... What do you mean there's not enough space? What are you going on about? I'll try it again. Not quite sure what's got happened there. Modern day technology. How annoying. You better work this time. Because we've got another hour racing to go through. Really? Fine. You appear to be having technical difficulties. Please stand by. I need one of those. I definitely need one of those. Right. Let's try this again. I mean, I haven't got much in my library, so you can't blame it on that. The only thing you could blame it on is my personal memory space, which, granted, there isn't much space left in there, I'm not going to deny it, but you don't rely on my memory, you rely on your own. So, technology, you must accede to my whim. You must work. Why do you not work? If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to come back to it, won't I? Ugh. Work. 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 Thank you! Right. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. Stop it. There we go. Right. We'll give it that a pause. I will be back momentaro. Okay. I said it would be a short one. Now, let's have a look through, shall we? Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that, didn't I? So, let us move all the way to... Oh, I've just noticed that, the back. Ha ha ha, that's cool. I like that, that's pretty cool. Oh, is that a number there? It's a shame I don't know how to read that, otherwise I would so call it. Right. Oh, there's no number on this side. Oh, is it 888? Oh, that's Spetsky. I remember that Spetsky. Car 88. So, yep. Right, as we can see, we are at Suzuka. There is it. There it is. We are at Suzuka for race 2, and we are in the Mercedes GT3. Lovely. So we're having a little bit of a nice race mix-up here. So, after qualifying, we can see that Spetsky has taken pole once again. And for GTSV, oh no. Oh, my apologies. More of the windy pops. And in second, we have Kevin, car number 9 for GTSV. So, GTSV looking like they are the top dog in the Mercedes. Oh, good Lord. In third for VRC, that is Racer Brown in third. So he's managing to get himself into third. He'll be looking to get a little bit of payback for race 1. And then in fourth, representing VRC, is our alien named Homesick Alien. our residential alien. He's going to be good in the GT3s. Is he going to be able to take it to Spetsky? Sorry, mate, I forgot your name for a second there. Is he going to take it to Spetsky at the front? Oh, look at that. I've just noticed that. That's cool. I like that. Then, 69. Oh, no, 68. Who's 68? Oh, no, I've forgotten his name. Oh, no. Please have a name somewhere on this. I don't see a name. Oh, I shall have to go to the encyclopedia. Right. So, where are we? We are 5th. Oh, it is a new chap for race 2, which is Cool Guy Gory, in which I will call you Gory for short. I hope you don't mind. So, Gory for GTSV in 5th place. Then in 6th, we have for GTSV Smokey. Wow, GTSV showing absolute dominance in the GT3s at the moment. Look at that. It's literally a sandwich for the VRC boys. They are the meat, and are they going to be punished for it, I wonder? Then, what was it? Smokey's in 6th. Then for VRC is Skyjacker in 7th. Maybe be looking for a little bit of a redemption from race 1. Then in 8th, car 68. We've already had a 68. I don't know. Encyclopedia, help me out. Oh my. Oh, okay. I am totally going to butcher this one. Please don't kill me. Is that Tizai? I don't know. I'm going to get so much hate mail in the morning. Is it? I'm just going to go with Tizai. I hope you don't mind, sir. I do apologise for it. Hopefully somebody will be able to tell you that I can't pronounce that, and I probably won't be able to pronounce that for the life of me. So I'm just going to go with Tizai. I hope that's right. I hope that is correct. I do apologise. Tazai in 8th. In 9th, car 34, that is Big Dan. So, what can Big Dan do in the Mercedes, I wonder? Then in 10th, oh, it's Magiskov. I'm so glad you put names on them. Magiskov in 9th. Is he going to maybe do some damage to the guys up front? And then in 10th, we have Koikarp in the Mercedes for the VRC boys. Then in 11th, we have a name here. Yes, we do. Goa-Dude. Well, hello, Goa-Dude. 44455. Lovely number. Now, what can he bring for the GTSV boys, I wonder? Then 13th, I think. Well, it's 74. That's our resident Bazza. And then at the back here, we have the always lovely Mrs. Guesty. What can she bring in Mercedes GT3? I wonder. It's great to see her in the VRC colours. I think it's her first race with the VRC. In fact, most of these guys do. I mean, Mrs. Guesty is definitely representing VRC for the first time. So is Bazza. I think Big Dan is as well. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that, please. But I don't remember. I do apologise, Dan, but... Oh, wait. No, that's Coy. Where's Dan? Dan's up here, isn't he? Right, Dan, I do apologise, but I don't remember seeing you against the ART boys, so I could be wrong. If I am, you have permission to slightly murder me, but either way, it's great to see these guys out representing VRC, and it's great to see some fresh names for the GTSV guys, and what can they bring? I do wonder. Pardon me for us. Apologies, I'm getting the messages. Oh. Right, there we go. So let's get these chaps underway. So we will turn that on and we will jump to the wow, that is glaring. So I'm not going to rewind that back. I'm just going to get them going just so the sunlight isn't in my eyeballs, even if it is fake, and the lights are out, and off we go. And wow, Specsky gets an absolutely launch off the start. Kevin seems to have struggled because he's now being hounded by Homesick Alien. Had a look on the inside. Oh no, that's Racer Brown. Go onto the dirt. Oh, he's managed to survive it so far. So he's managed to get through. So Homesick Alien now moves up into third. And I wonder if he's going to be chasing down Specsky. Is he going to be a match for the Specsky? I wonder. In race one, he absolutely ran away with it. So let's see what he can do in the GT3s. So far, Racer Brown and now Skyjacker having a look on the inside of Racer Brown. Racer Brown struggling early doors. And now Smokey's having a look at him as well. He's going to have to go around the outside, but Racer Brown manages to cover off the inside and he's off and away. So Smokey is still in sixth. We've got Gory still in seventh. That's a spinner at the back. Big Dan in seventh. Oh God, what was that called? Was it Tizai? I don't remember. He's in 8th. Magiskoff in 9th. Goadude in 10th. Skyjacker in 11th. Not the start he was looking for. So once again struggling in the GT3s. Coy is in 12th. We've got Bazza in 13th. Oh, is it Mrs. Guesty that struggled? Oh, poor. Bless her. But she's not one to give up. So she'll carry on regardless. But so far, look at the gap that Specsky has gained in the lead already, and that was Homesick Alien having a look at Kevin, but so far not able to find a gap. But we'll come back at him eventually though. And pardon me for a second. There we go. So, oh my, Homesick Alien's drop. I'm going to have to rewind this now because I was distracted by goings on. So we were having a look at Homesick Alien, having a look at Kevin, but coming up to the Casio Triangle. So far, it's holding off well, and well, oh no, oh, I'll tell you what, this will probably be a bit better. I am sorry, Homesick Alien. I know I don't normally do this, but cameraman could not keep up, so let's have a look. He's having a look. He goes on the inside. Was it just asking a little bit too much on the outside? Yep, asking a little bit too much from Homesick Alien, and the back end decided to see what the front end was doing. So Racer Brown moves up into third with Smokey going well in 4th at the moment. Big Dan in 5th, holding himself well against Gory in 6th place, with Homesick Alien dropping to 7th. He's about to be overtaken by Skyjacker as well. In on the inside, easy does it, guys. Remember, we're on the same team. Need to play the team game here. But let's not forget that Homesick Alien is just probably shaken off bit of the, I won't say rust. Whoa, that's Skyjacker. No, it wasn't. It was Homesick Alien. Wow, Homesick Alien absolutely struggling with the Mercedes. I wonder what's going on within the lid of that Homesick Alien, as he appears to be struggling with the Mercedes so far. We've got Bazza in 10th as well. Tizai in 11th. We've got Magiskoff in 12th. Well, Mrs. Guesty's moved up to 13th. Oh no, poor Goa dude. He must have had some form of issue, because he wasn't in last at one point, but probably be able to put the foot down soon enough and catch himself up. But so far, back at the front, Spetsky absolutely running away with it, with his rear gunner Kevin coming in second. Now I imagine that Kev is going to be playing this defensive strategy for Spetsky, although we've seen that he doesn't really need to rely on it. He's got his own pace. This man can drive a car. Maybe thinking that having a bit of a backup with Kevo has gone wide, going through 130R, and that's caught Racer Brown up. And Racer Brown now able to take second place from Kev and match Matt Psycho's second placed result in race 1. I wonder, we can see he's in the tow. Kevin goes onto the inside, goes defensive, making Racer Brown go the long way round, and it looks like it has worked absolutely well for Racer Brown, but he's going to have a look around the outside, coming out the exit of the corner, but it looks like Kevin has his number, and it would appear that Kevin is definitely going to play the defensive game and let Spetsky run away into the distance to claim another win for the GTSV guys. But Racer Brown has got to be on the knife edge at the moment, because he's having to attack Smokey, Kevin, and Smokey up the rear as well, ready to pounce the second a mistake is made from either of these guys. But he can't afford to be wandering around himself, because he's got Big Dan for company. Big Dan doing surprisingly well in the Mercedes so far. He's doing well, I'm not going to deny that. And is he going to be able to take it to Smokey, I wonder, to get himself a 4th place and back up Racer Brown? And speaking of Racer Brown, he's having a look around the outside of Kevin once again, but Kevin going on the inside, going defensive, and I do apologise. And making Racer Brown do all the work. Further back here, we've got Gory in 6th place. Wow, it's good. It's barring 1st and 2nd. It's GTSV, then VRC, then GTSV, then VRC, then GTSV, then VRC, and it's only Koikarp that breaks it, who's gone wide through 130R. Here comes Homesick Alien. Oh, Koikarp is having a bit of a trouble. Oh, bang into the barrier he goes, and Homesick Alien and Bazza make their way through now. Those two could possibly work together to help himself catch up that small pack in front, but Skyjacker appears to be all on his own at the moment, so he's probably just looking to put some really quick times in. Oh, actually, we haven't looked at tyres, have we? So as we can see, Spetsky at the moment, who does have the fastest lap, he is on the mediums. Kevin is also on the mediums. Racer Brown is also on the mediums. Smokey is on the mediums. Big Dan is on the mediums. Gory's on the mediums. Are they all on the mediums? As soon as I say that, Skyjacker comes up and goes, no, look at me, I am on the softs. So Skyjacker is on the softs. Homesick Alien's on the mediums. Bazza's on the mediums. Tizai's on the mediums. Koi's on the mediums. Magiskoff's on the mediums. Mrs. Guesty is on the softs. Probably thinking, I'm going to make Skyjacker feel better about himself and go for softs as well. And Goa Dude is also on the medium. So, two of the VRC boys on soft. Well, two of the VRC people. Can't say that anymore. Oh no, who was that? Oh, it's Magiskoff. Oh, I came at the wrong time. Magiskoff loses the back end going through there, loses a place to Mrs. Guesty. And as we said before, she's not one of the fastest, but she's ready to pick off the places wherever mistakes are made, and it's proving vigilant right here and now. But so far at the moment, Speksky has disappeared into the distance, with Kevin coming in second at the moment, playing the brilliant rear gunner for Speksky. Really created a gap between them. Racer Brown really should. Come on, cameraman, keep up. There we go. But so far, Racer Brown is now starting to lose. Kevin, I wonder, he's just dropped himself back a little bit, getting a little bit composure, thinking of another attack of when he could. Either that or Kevin's just decided to put his foot down and go, my work here is done, I am off. With Smokey in fourth as well, making Racer Brown, forcing him to make him think about it. Big Dan in fifth as well, trying to play the supportive role for Racer Brown. He's not that far in front of him. He's not far behind Smokey either. So, Big Dan just needs to keep his head down, keep his focus on, and he can really bring it to Smokey. Gory as well in sixth. We've got Skyjacker not that far behind him. So, at the moment, it's a bit of a mixed dabble at the moment, but it's all going GTSV's way at the moment. But we'll stick with these guys for the time being, because this is where the main train is. We can see not even Speksky is visible. I think he was visible for a short time before going around the corner. And I've only just noticed that Kevin's got a stay behind on the rear of his car. And so far, everybody appears to be... Is he the only one with that? Let's have a look. No, he hasn't got it. He hasn't. So Kevin has a stay behind decal on his back, and so far, everyone appears to be acknowledging it. Unless Racer Brown decides, nope, I'm not obeying that rule. I've got a race to think about, sir. So at the moment, they're all starting to space them out a little bit. Smokey has dropped back a little bit from Racer Brown, as Big Dan has with Smokey, but Gore is giving Big Dan something to really concentrate on. So I think these are the guys closest on track for a fight at the moment, so we'll stick with these guys for a little bit and see if we can catch any juicy overtakes. I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll go here and have a look inside Gory. As you can see, Big Dan slightly in front. Dan wiggling left and right, trying to get as much back end kicked out a little bit, well collected by Big Dan. And you can hear that wonderful growly engine of the Mercedes GT3. I must admit, not a big fan of the Mercedes GT3. Oh, that was Big Dan going wide there, but Gory is not able to punish him for it. Unless he does it here. He has caught a small amount, as we can see in the mirror. Skyjacker keeping Gory honest, making sure to make Gory pay for any small mistakes he has. But so far, Gory doesn't have an answer to Big Dan. Oh, he's gone wide a little bit. Oh, I was going to say, don't you dare spin it. In fact, I'm going to get out now before any form of spin happens. And look at the gap on that minimap of what Speksky has created. This man is just an absolute league of his own. A 159.8. This man is on absolute fire. I'm starting to wonder whether we should be called the fire brigade, because his tyres are probably absolutely shredding to bits on the pure speed that this guy's having. Oh, Skyjacker's come in early. Oh, but he has blown out them softs. So, after 6 laps, so it looks like the tyre wear is fairly high here, so I'm guessing that Skyjacker is going to go on to the mediums as everybody goes flying by. Mrs. Guesty going to get through as well, and Goadude's going through as well. Oh, and Magiskoff has dropped. Oh no! Oh no, poor Magiskoff. What's happened there, my friend? Must have had some incidents in lap 4 and 5 that's seen him drop to the back. Skyjacker has gotten out in front of Magiskoff. He's put a good chunk of fuel in as well, so it looks like he is good to go for a good majority of this race. And he's got Goadude for company, so maybe Skyjacker now looking to chase down Goadude and start working his way back up the field. Got Mrs. Guesty in 11th as well. She's done well to look after them softs so far. I imagine that she's going to go deep into this race. And I wonder if the mediums are a mandatory tyre, or it just appears to be the better one for the race distance. But so far, she's managed to look after them fairly well. We've got Koikarp in 10th. And Tizai isn't all that far. Isn't all that far in front of Koi. So he's having to think about it. Bazza is in front. Bayer coming out. We can just see him going through 130R, so he's a little bit on a Billy Bob at the moment. Homesick Alien is in 7th. He's got Big Dan and Gory in front of them. Was Homesick Alien behind? I think he might have been. I don't remember him being behind Big Dan, but it appears I have been shown wrong. Oh, and that was Gory going wide onto the grass, losing a place to Big Dan, and now he's got Homesick Alien for company as well, and Homesick will be looking to make up some ground from the bad start he clearly had. But Big Dan isn't quite running away from Gory, so Big Dan's still got something to think about. As we can see, he's on the mediums. He's really chewed them tyres up compared to most others, but we know that is one of Big Dan's biggest weaknesses is looking after tyres, but he's got the speed to match it. So I'm wondering if he's going to pull in a little bit early, maybe make another set of mediums, go for another good chunk of time. I imagine he'll be sticking with the mediums, to be fair, for the majority of this race. Oh, as we can see, Smokey. No, as we can see, Smokey still giving Racer Brown something to think about, but then again, at the same time, he is chasing Kevin. So Racer Brown has been behind Kevin for a majority of this race, and Kevin has just been absorbing all the pressure from Racer Brown. All credit to him, he's doing incredibly well so far to keep Racer Brown behind him. Racer Brown appears to be on the redemption race to make up for the race 1 win, and there at race 1, should I say, Big Dan has gone into the pits as I suspected. Probably going to put on another fresh set of mediums, and at the same time that has released Homesick Alien, can now chase down Gory. So now we might be able to see the full extent of Homesick's skills. Try saying that 5 times fast. And maybe he'll be able to catch up the guys in front of him, but the damage has been done so far, so they're going to have to be lap times and a half from Homesick Alien to catch up the pack that's in front of him, but I imagine that Gory's going to make him work hard for it. Oh, I didn't look at their new helmets. Oh, that is a shame. I'll tell you what, can we do it this way? No, we can't see them. Typical. As we see further in front, so they're not as far as ahead as I thought they were. So they are in sight of Gory, but it's just a case of whether they'll catch him up. Just coming up to 18 minutes in this race. They're all now starting to spread themselves out a little bit. Spetsky's disappeared into the distance. It looks like it's going to be another race win for him. I know it's a little bit early in this race to be making that sort of call, but it appears nobody has got an answer for him. Is he going to win? Is he going to take 2 wins in 2 races, I wonder? Well, was that Kevin going into the pits? It certainly is. Wow, he's used up a good amount of meat on those front tyres, so that has released Homesick Alien, but in the time that Kevin has gone in, Smokey has come along and has decided that he's now going to play the rear gunner, and he's moved through into second. What a cracking move there by Smokey. In a role reversal, he's gone from attacking Racer Brown and he's now defending against Racer Brown in the time of going down the main start straight here at Suzuka. And now it's Smokey's turn to defend from Racer Brown, but he's going to have to get a move on because there's Gory behind him. Oh no, what's happened to Homesick Alien? He's dropped right off. Oh, he's got a bit of damage. And he's already lost 7 seconds in this lap. So Homesick Alien must have made a mistake going through the first few corners, because he has dropped off Gory like an absolute brick, to the point of where even Baz has managed to catch him up. So Homesick Alien really not having the best of times in that Mercedes. Maybe not a fan of the Mercedes, I'm not 100% sure. But still early doors, he still might be able to make the comeback. I know from personal experience the kind of racer that Homesick Alien is. He's the cunning strategist. He's the quick... Oh no, he's gone wide again. It's really not coming to Homesick Alien this race. Maybe now starting to regret, or just not a big fan of the Mercedes, I wonder. But now Baz has tight up his jacksies. So I wonder if Homesick Alien is going to play the team move and let Bazza through, or is Bazza gonna keep Homesick Alien in front of him? I wonder if he's going to play the rear gunner for Homesick Alien and really hold off Kev, because Kev did come into the pits quite early. Racer Brown has gone into the pits as well, as is Homesick Alien. Maybe it's just the tyres he's having an issue with, but Racer Brown has also gone in. So far we've got a GTSV stacked podium for the time being, but Racer Brown has gone in way before Smokey. He's got over half a tank of fuel. He's used up a good chunk of meat on those tyres, as is Spetsky. He's roughly around about in the same position. Gory's in the same position as well. He's just got half a tank of fuel. The other guys in front of him have got a little bit more. And so far, Bazza, the only VRC guy at the moment in the top 5, he's just under half a tank. He's also used a good chunk of the mediums. Maybe they're waiting for the half an hour, I wonder. Here comes Racer Brown. He's got in front of Ty's eye. I don't know. But Skyjacker's not all that far behind him either. He was the first to pits, but these are crucial moments for Racer Brown, who was in third. I wonder if the undercut is going to work for Racer Brown. Let's have a look at these guys at the moment. Is Spetsky going to pit, I wonder? Those tyres have seen better days, but no, Spetsky's carrying on. I'm wondering if he's waiting for the half-an-hour mark. And what about Smokey? Is he going to pit as well, or is he going to wait for the half-an-hour mark? I wonder. Nope, he's definitely carrying on, so it looks like they're going halfway. What about Gory? Nope, he's carrying on as well. Kevin, we know, has pitted, and there's Racer Brown behind him, and I'm pretty sure Bazza probably just let him through there. So Racer Brown is now able to go and catch Kevin. There's Bazza going into the pits as well as... how am I this bad at not remembering that poor chap's name? Taizai. Oh, dear God. But I would say that Racer Brown has lost ground to Kevin because he wasn't that far behind him when the pit stop started. So it's not worked in Racer Brown's favour, but we've got these other guys to think about as well because they are due to pit. Spetsky in a world of his own. We know he's going to come into the pits probably in the next 7 minutes. I don't know if could they make the fuel last that long, I wonder. Not the fuel, the tyres. Could he make the tyres last another 7 minutes before coming into the pits? That's quite a risky endeavour. But if anybody can do it, I reckon it's going to be Spetsky. Smokey as well. I imagine he's going to be coming in fairly soon as well, as is Gory. So the question is, how much of a gap will they have between their teammate Kevin, who is in provisional second, with Racer Brown in provisional third. And there we go, Spetsky is coming into the pit, so the tyres couldn't last a good half an hour, but he's got a good chunk of fuel, just under half a tank as well. Is Smokey going to come in as well? No, he's not. He's going round one more time. What about Gory? Is he coming in as well? No, he's not. So Spetsky is the only one that's going to come in for the GTSV boys. Now, no, he hasn't fueled up, so he hasn't put in any fuel. Mind you, I don't think any of the guys have actually, to be fair. So it looks like the fuel might be able to get... No, the fuel will never last them all that way. Surely not. But Spetsky has managed to get out in front, although his teammates Smokey and Gory have gone in front. But we know that that is not going to be the case for much longer. In fact, I wonder if Gory is just going to move aside to let Spetsky through, because his tyres are fairly worn. He's not going to have the same pace as Spetsky, so he may just let him through just to prevent himself from holding up provisional first place. But so far, Spetsky, our new race leader, just going through the tight hairpin here at Suzuka. Gory struggling to come out of the hairpin, and there we go. We can see Spetsky has moved up into second, although it wasn't going to be an issue for him. I wonder if there was an easy let by Gory, but then again, working as a team, that's what you need to do. Kevin's not that far behind him either, but he's still got Racer Brown chasing him down. The slight loser in the first stint of pit stops. I've seen him drop back a little bit. Skyjacker, he was the first to come in, and he's a fair bit behind Racer Brown, so he's got a little bit of catching up to do. Big Dan in 7th. We've got Homesick Alien in 8th as well. He's now on the mediums. I think he was on the mediums to start with. And there we go. Smokey has gone into the pits, so the race leader has pitted, which now promotes Spetsky back into first place. Gory's gone through as well, so he's going to do another lap in those heavily worn tyres, with Kevin and Racer Brown not all that far behind him. Smokey not fueling up either, so it looks like they're all trying to do the whole race in one tank of fuel. I don't know if that's going to be possible, or they're just going to fill up on the second stop, because there's no way. We're in 27 minutes and less than half a tank. There's no way that that is going to go. So I think Skyjacker was the only one to fill up during that pit stop. I think Big Dan might have as well. And oh, there we go. Homesick Alien goes through on Big Dan. Maybe Big Dan just let him through. He knows that Homesick Alien is the faster out of the pair of them. Maybe just letting him get on with it, because he knows that he can chase after the guys in front of him. Let's have a look further down. Go a Dude. He hasn't pitted yet, because he's still got very, very worn mediums, so I imagine he might be coming in at the end of this lap. Bazza as well, he has pitted. He's currently in 10th. Taizai in 11th. He's gone on for the soft, so he's going to go and put in some fast times, probably to help him get up in the places when the next round of pit stops come along. Koikarp in 12th. He has pitted. He's gone for hards. Now, I'm having a guess that tyre choice is free, probably no mandatories. So Koikarp probably looking like he's only going to do the one stop. Might be a brave move, but at the same time it could also yield great rewards. Magiskov in 13th. We haven't seen him for a while. He's also on the soft, so he's looking to put in some quick times. Mrs. Guesty still on. No, she has pitted. She is gone for another pair of softs, but she's got half a tank and coming up to halfway, so she's looking solid to not refuel during the second round of pit stops. Oh, Gory, should I say. Gory has gone into the pit, so that's seen him getting demoted, and he is filling up. So is he going to go halfway? My guess it probably would be. No, he's going a little bit more. So he's filling up all the way. So he's looking to go all the way to the end with this amount of fuel. And we can see he's got on the mediums. That's Bazza behind him. So he's managed to get out ahead of Bazza. Goa Dude is also coming in as well. Wow, those mediums are cooked. So another fresh sets of Mitsies going on to the Goa. And he's filling up as well. Is he going to fill up for 3/4 of a way? So two GTSV dudes at the back, putting in a little bit of fuel. There we go. He's gone back onto mediums as well. Mrs. Guesty hasn't gotten through, but everybody else has. So a mixture of strategies from the look of it, with Speksky going on to the soft, so he's looking to put in some quick times. We can see in his last trip round he got the fastest lap once again with a 1:59.3, so he's looking to put in some really quick times. Kevin as well, who's now being hounded by Racer Brown, which was probably a long time coming. So now Kevin's got to defend from Racer Brown all over again. And we know that Kevin can really drive a solid defensive race, but it looks like it's now given up the ghost, because there goes Racer Brown onto the inside through Casio Triangle, and boom, there we go. Racer Brown now promoted into second, but it's safe to say that Speksky is out of sight, out of the way, but Kevin's going to have a look on Racer Brown going round the outside into the first fast right hand corner, goes round the outside. Wow, he's still there. Easy, steady. Oh, steady boys, steady. But after all that, Kevin's managed to retake second from Racer Brown against these two going hard at it, and Kevin showing that he's also a capable racer of bringing it to the fast guys of VRC. And now Racer Brown having another look on the inside, and now he's retaken the second. Kevin tucks back in behind Racer Brown, thinking it's not worth battling going through that corner. So now it's Racer Brown having to play the defensive game from Kevin. I don't think there's any more on track fighting. It doesn't look it, so we'll stick with Racer Brown and Kevin and have some beautiful, beautiful racing between what is clearly two very fast drivers representing each other's team. We've got Racer Brown representing VRC, and we've got Kevin representing GTSV, showing us just what the GTSV boys can do, with Spetsky showing them all that he is the crown of the GTSV, who's disappeared into the distance. So now it's just these two titans to battle it out to see who comes home in second and third. But so far it would have been... Oh no, Racer Brown! He must have spun through the 130R because I didn't see it. And all that hard work Racer Brown put in to get ahead of Kevin has all come for naught. And I've seen him drop down into third, and now he's in viewing range of Smokey. So now that third place isn't guaranteed either, because Smokey's going to be hunting himself a Racer Brown. Homesick Alien is too far away to provide support for his VRC team member, so he's going to have to put in some very fast times if he wants to catch up to his teammate Racer Brown. Big Dan still holding off well in sixth, who's got company of Gory a little bit far behind him, so he'll be keeping Big Dan honest. Bazza as well in eighth with... Oh, and he's still being hounded by Taizai. So we'll stick with these guys for the time being, because I think this is now the only battle we have on track. We're 33 minutes into this 1 hour race, in which so far Spetsky for GTSV is leading. Kevin also for GTSV in second. Racer Brown currently in third for VRC. We have Homesick Alien in fourth. I think it was Big Dan in... No, it's Smokey in fourth. I do apologise. So Smokey is in fourth. Homesick Alien is in fifth. And Big Dan is in sixth. And then it's Gory. Then it's Bazza, and then Taizai. But now he's got Skyjacker for company. And where has Skyjacker come from? I didn't see him behind him all that long ago, but he has got the softs back on. So Skyjacker is absolutely going for it like a bat out of hell to try and back up his teammate Bazza. And I have a feeling that Taizai's going to have to give up the ghost coming through the next sequence of left-handers with the grippier softs. But so far, Skyjacker, oh, he's lost the back end, and now he's lost touch of Taizai, and now Taizai's going after Bazza. He's now snuck into the toe as we come through 130R. I doubt they're going through that flat out. No, they do not. As you can see, Taizai putting all the pressure on Bazza, but we know how Belgium... Oh, he's gone wide a little bit, going through Casio Triangle, and Taizai gives him a little bump up the Jaxi, and Skyjacker is the one that's paying off for it, because he's now gone ahead of Taizai with his teammate Bazza in front of him. I wonder if Bazza is going to surrender the position, because he knows that Skyjacker will be the quicker of the two. Yep, there we go. He doesn't fight for it, and Bazza also lets through Taizai. I wonder if that's a small redress because of the small little coming together they had going through Casio Triangle. So Taizai moves up into ninth, but now he can chase down Skyjacker. But I have a feeling that might be a difficult venture to go on, because he is on the softs, although he'll have to hope and pray that the softs wear out quickly for Taizai to take advantage. Let's have a look further up here, because it looks like we now have more scrapping, and this is for the podium, so we'll stick with these guys for a little bit. As we've got Kevin in second and Racer Brown in third, and he's now chasing down, being chased down, should I say, by Smokey. As we can see, Kevin trying to break the toe, coming up to 130R. Racer Brown going round the outside, tucks back in so he can have the inside, and now he's going round the outside. When we come up to Casio Triangle, and Smokey's now in the mix as well. It's two GTSBs versus the one VRC, and Racer Brown is going to have to race for his life. But oh, it looks like Kevin went wide there. Oh, what's happened with Kevin? He's just completely given up the ghost. Is it the tyres, I wonder? Is his tyres giving up the ghost, or is he letting Smokey through because he is on the sauce as well? Racer Brown is on the mediums. That's probably how Smokey managed to catch up Racer Brown, because he has got the grippier tyres. But Racer Brown is now going to have to switch from attack to defense, because he's going to have a very, very quick and grippy Smokey coming up behind him, and Kevin has slightly slipped down into fourth. We see his fuel is flashing, but this is what we were expecting. Spetsky at the moment still running away, still plenty of meat left on the tyres and a bit of fuel left in the tank. Racer Brown roughly in the same position, but he's on the mediums, and Smokey is absolutely piling on the defence, maybe trying to force Racer Brown into making a mistake. We've seen quite a few from Racer Brown in these past two races, so maybe some more maybe on the cards for him, but we'll have to hope and pray they don't, because then we get to see more glorious racing that we are seeing now. But so far, Racer Brown soaking up all the pressure coming from Smokey. We know Racer Brown can really handle... Oh no, Racer Brown's gone wide as soon as I said it. I was going to say, we know Racer Brown can absorb all of the pressure that can be handed to him, but the second I said it, Racer Brown goes wide through the left-handers, and that's allowed Smokey to disappear into second, and now he's really going to be putting in the lap times and getting in some distance between himself and Racer Brown, in which Kevin was a witness to all of that. But with barely any tyres and fuel left, I have a feeling that he is going to be pitting in. Yes, I saw the indicators on, so yes, he is going into the pits, so it might have been a fuel issue. Wow, 4% left. So Homesick Alien is also... Is he going to go through? He's quite low on fuel as well. Nope, he does dive in. So he goes in roughly around about the same time as Kevin, but he's got 4% more fuel than Kevin. So Racer Brown, Homesick Alien has managed to save a little bit amount. Smokey's also running low on fuel. The fuel is flashing. So is Racer Brown. They're roughly in the same position in regards to tyre wear, but don't forget, Smokey's on the softs, Racer Brown is on the mediums. But we'll quickly look back here. As we can see, Kevin has gotten a hat out of Homesick Alien. Is Bazza going to get through as well, or are they going to meet on track? And that was somebody else behind him as well. No, it was Tyzai. So is Homesick Alien going to get a Tyzai? Oh, I thought there was going to be a collision there, but it looks like the pair of them have managed to make it through, and now Homesick Alien's going to have to play defensive with the cold tyres, with all the pressure being applied to him by Tyzai, who is on the worn softs. So they're near enough in the same positions, but when those tyres warm up, Homesick Alien is going to disappear into the distance. We've got Bazza in front of him as well. He's on a worn set of mediums. He's got plenty of fuel in the tank, so I don't think he's going to be fueling in this round of pit stops. Let's have a look further down. We haven't seen many of these guys. Goadu still going well in 11th. He's all by his Billy Bob, but Magiskov isn't all that far behind it. That was Mrs. Guesty going in. She's just got over half a tank and a fresh set of softs, so she's now on her way. Koikarp as well, also on his own at the moment. He must have recently pitted, because those mediums are looking quite fresh. So Magiskov looks like he's going to be pitting soon. And speaking of the pits, that's Racer Brown into the pits. The fuel very, very low indeed. As we can see, it's on 6%. Probably wasn't going to get one more lap out of it. And Smokey, he's also flashing. There can't be much left in that neither. I'd probably say there's maybe about 5 or 6% left. Maybe even a little bit less, because it was a little bit less than Racer Brown's. So he thinks he must have enough to get round as well. Spetsky also flashing, but he's nothing to worry about. He's all on his own at the moment. But so far, Gory now moves up into third. Racer Brown comes out ahead. Or is he behind Big Dan? He's ahead of Big Dan, so that was definitely crucial for Racer Brown, because even though they are teammates, I'm sure he doesn't want to be caught behind Big Dan, who's on the hard tyres. I've just noticed that. So Big Dan also going on to the hards, going for a long stint, and it's paid off quite well at the moment, but I don't think he has enough left to continue to the end of this race. That was Skyjacker going through. I have a feeling he let him through, but Skyjacker is on worn soft, so it looks like he's definitely going to need another pit stop. That's Kevin behind him as well. He's gone back onto the mediums and half a tank, so with him coming out of the pits, I imagine that half a tank is probably enough to see them all to the end. Homesick Alien's got half a tank. He's only recently pitted as well, so we know Homesick Alien is all set to go all the way to the end. Let's have a look at everybody. Spetsky will definitely have to pit, but he's gone round again. So Spetsky thinks he can get more fuel, one more lap out of that fuel. Smokey is coming into the pits, 2% left with the one sauce. I imagine he's going to go on to the mediums and half a tank of fuel. Gory, he's recently fueled up, but he's going wide, but he is on the warm mediums, so I wonder if those mediums aren't going to be enough to see him to the end. It looks like he's going to inherit the second place from Smokey. Here comes Racer Brown, and he's the man on the mission. He was in provisional second. Is he going to get? Is he going to be behind Smokey though? He has. Smokey's undercut him, so Smokey has managed to pull it off and get himself ahead of Racer Brown. So Smokey really pulling off the cunning strategy straight from the University of Cunning, and has managed to sneak second place away from Racer Brown. I think Gory is an outside factor, because I imagine he's going to be pitting again, because I think those mediums may not last him till the end of the race, and to be fair, the fuel might not neither, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. And surely Spetsky's got to pit this lap, surely. He's down to fumes, so this must be the lap that he pits in. Not that he's in threat of losing the first place. Yep, there we go. Into the pits he goes. Wow, look at that. Nothing left. He timed that to absolute perfection. Is there anything this guy can't do? Crikes. Crumbs. But so far, Smokey stealing the second from Racer Brown. Oh, where's Gory gone? Oh no, Gory must have had a spin, because he's now in 7th. I'm sure he was in 2nd. Oh, is he really struggling on those warm mediums? Because Big Dan... No, it's not Big Dan. It's Homesick Alien. So it's Homesick Alien now. Come and have a look at Gory. I'm sorry, Gory. I don't normally do this, but I'm sure you were in 2nd at one point. Yes, he was. And there we go. He had a spin coming out of the corner, which seeing gets demoted. So poor Gory. There we go. That's roughly where we are. I normally don't see that. Look back at these sort of things, but I was sure you were in 2nd and suddenly you're in 7th. So I just had to double confirm that mind you. I could have just looked at the split times, couldn't I? Oh, it's getting that time where I'm starting to get tired now. But never mind. Oh, Skyjacker's gone into the pits as well. Wow, those softs are absolutely worn. Wasn't going to get much more out of them, so Big Dan is now going to inherit 5th place, and everybody else is going to follow suit. So I wonder if Skyjacker's going to put on another set of softs. I wonder if he'll need fuel as well. Well, the fuel is going in. I imagine, yep, he is on the soft, so he's going to be going for some blistering times. Go a dude, only just coming across the start-finish straight. I don't think he's going to be much of a threat to Skyjacker, but we'll have to wait and see. Taizai in 10th. He's got some fresh softs on, so he's going to be doing some quick times. Baz all the way down in 11th, but he has just pitted. He's got all the mediums and plenty of fuel, so it looks like he is set to go all the way to the end. Magiskov in 12th. I assume he's going to be the same, although I think those softs might be heavily worn by the end of it. Koikap in 13th, looking like he's not had the best of races, but he's always proud to represent the VRC Motorsport team. And Mrs. Guesty as well, she may be last, but I'm sure she's got her head up high representing us in the team spirit. But it's been all about this man, Penske. Why do I keep thinking Penske? Questions for later. So Spetsky stealing the absolute show. Smokey stealing second from Racer Brown. From out of nowhere, from a cunning pit stop. So Racer Brown has got it all to do all over again if he wants that second place. Kevin in 4th. He was in second for the majority of this race and had to defend from Racer Brown. It's just not worked out for him in the end. Big Dan has come in. Oh wow, yeah, them hards are done for, and so is the fuel. So he's going to be all set to go all the way to the end as well. Excuse me. So Skyjack will come through to inherit 7th. I imagine Goa Dude is coming through as well. Hang on. Oh no, I thought we were missing somebody. No, there was 14 to start with, and all 14 are here, so that's cracking good. Oh, this is Gory being attacked by homesick aliens, so we'll stick with these guys for a little bit. Let's have some juicy on-track action, and as we can see, wow, going side by side through the S's. Homesick Alien makes it look easy, but Goa is on the warm medium, so the advantage was in Homesick Alien's corner. He now inherits 5th place, and I imagine he's set to go all the way to the end as well. As you can see, he's pulling well away from Gory, so it looks like 5th place might be on the cards for Homesick Alien. Kevin as well in 4th. Nope. Yeah, that's where we were. Skyjacket in 7th. He's all by his Billy Bob. Big Dan all on his own. He has got a little bit of company in Goa Dude, but he's not in any immediate danger. I mean, Big Dan on a set of brand new sauce, quarter of a tank. I imagine that's going to get him all the way to the end. Goa Dude, I'm not sure if those mediums will last the length of the race with 10 minutes to go, but I could be wrong. Ty's Eye, I think I'm sure he's going all the way to the end. Bazza definitely will be. He's all on his own, as is Koi, but he is being chased by Magiskoff, so only time will tell if he's able to threaten Koikap for 12. And to be fair, Mrs. Guesty is not all that far behind him. So she's had an absolutely cracking race. I know I've not seen her much, but she's done incredibly well to present us regardless. So as we can see, Spetsky disappearing into the distance all on his own. The Smokey's all on his own. Racer Brown's all on his own. Looks like there's nobody on at the moment. Maybe, although we did see Homesick Alien overtake Gory, but well, there is one further back when I find out who it is. Oh, it's these two. So it is Koikat and Magiskoff. So let's watch these guys for a little bit, shall we? Seeming as we get to see more juicy on-track action, as none of them look like they're going to pit. So as we see, Magiskoff having a look round the outside of Koikat. Koikat going defensive, coming through turn 1. Playing the defensive part very well there. Koi is managing to hold off for 12th. But how long is he going to be able to hold off the onslaught from Magiskoff? Oh, he's having a look round the outside, going through the S's. Was it because Koi went wide? I wonder. I'm not 100% sure. But Koikap absolutely fighting Magiskoff all the way to the end, but it just wasn't enough, and Magiskoff on the fresher softs manages to sneak up the inside of Coy and can now put his foot down and disappear into the distance, but I don't think he's going to be a threat to Bazza. I think the gap's too big for Magiskov to catch down in those 10 minutes. Further up the road, we've got Taizai and Going Dude. I imagine they're going to be working as a team, although, having said that, Going Dude's tyres are fairly worn with less than 8 minutes to go. It's going to be a question of whether Goa Dude is going to pit or not. As we can see, Taizai is absolutely caught up Goa Dude now. Is Goa Dude going to let him by, I wonder? Come on, for God's sake. There we go. So Goa Dude is giving him a bit of a tow. Taizai isn't pulling the trigger. There we go. Taizai is now going up on the inside of Goa Dude and makes it easy. So there we go. Taizai now moves up into 9th. Not sure if he's going to be a threat to Big Dan, but I wonder if the fuel is going to be an issue, because Big Dan is looking a little bit lower on fuel compared to the guys behind him. So we will have to wait and see. We're definitely now in the settle period. It looks like this is going to be the result. With less than 7 minutes to go, it looks like this is how they could finish. Spetsky doing a 158.5. Man, this guy must have installed a warp drive in that Mercedes, because he is gone and gone. Gone to places where no person has gone before. Cracking stuff from Spetsky, as well as Smokey. He's pulled it out of the cunning bag to get that second place, with Racer Brown coming in 3rd. He's done well in this race. Probably wasn't a big fan of the Audi. Probably more comfortable in the Mercedes, to be fair. I know I would be. I've tried that Audi. It's an absolute animal. I think I'd rather have the Mercedes. Is that Homesick Alien? So Homesick Alien has managed to catch up Kev a little bit. So it's not quite said and dusted for Kevin. With just over 5 minutes to go, is Homesick Alien going to steal one out of the bag at the dire end of this race, I wonder? So we'll stick with them for the time being, because let's have a look further back here. So I can say, oh, it's Skyjacker and Gory. We'll stick with these guys instead, because we might see an overtake here, although Gory is the one at a disadvantage with their heavily worn mediums and Skyjacker on the fresher softs, but they are still fairly worn. I imagine they are going to get into the end of the race, but are the softs going to be enough to help him get past Gory? As we can see, he's tight up the bumper of Gory. Let's have a look from this point of view, as he's having to look round the outside of Gory. Is he going to dive on the inside going through the next sequence? No, he doesn't dive. Oh no, Gory's I think Gory's gone way too deep. Yep, there we go. He's gone way too deep, asking too much of those mediums. So Skyjacker goes through to take 6th place. But as we can see further up, Homesick Alien has caught up Kevin just a little bit. So Homesick looking. Oh, he's gone. Oh no, he kept it. So Homesick Alien is now looking to take a 4th place from Kevin. And could we see a GTSV, VRC 1, 2, 3, 4 respectively? But it definitely looks like that GTSV can be the ones with the glory points. They did get the more podiums in race 1, and it looks like they're going to get the most podiums in race 2. So if we were to declare a winner, I would say it would be them. With Spetsky leading the charge. As we can see, Homesick Alien can't quite put a dent in the Kevin defence. We're just coming up to 3 minutes left. And Homesick Alien currently struggling to find a way past Kevin. So we go through the chicane. Ooh, Kevin went wide a little bit there. Thought that bit of grass needed a bit more cutting. But is Homesick Alien going to have a look at him before coming down to 130R? We'll stick on board. Maybe we have to see something big. Oh, and there we go. No. Oh, I'm not quite sure what happened there. I don't know if Kevin is struggling with those warm mediums, but they did have a bit of a wiggle coming out of there, and now Homesick Alien is smelling blood. But they're coming up to 130R. He's not going to brave it through there. Surely not. No, there we go. Backs off a little bit. I wonder if he's going to have a go coming down the start main straight. Look at the gap that he caught up on for Kevin going through the Casio triangle. Now here we go. Is Homesick Alien going to be able to pull the trigger with less than coming up to 2 minutes? I don't think he's going to be able to do it this time. No, he isn't. So Homesick Alien will have to think of another strategy to try and get himself ahead of Kevin. Is that Racer Brown? No, it wasn't. I thought I saw a car in front of Kevin, but it must have been a figure of my imagination. But I can see Kevin really starting to struggle with those warm mediums, because Homesick Alien is absolutely all over him like a bad rash. It's just a case of where, not when. Or could Homesick Alien not put a dent in Kevin's defensive wall? And could Kevin hold off for 4th place, I wonder? We're now in the final minute. I think Spetsky is going to get through. Yep, he's easily going to get through to do another lap. Yep, definitely Smokey is, as well as is Racer Brown. I think Kevin and Homesick will as well, I think, but it's going to be close. And Homesick Alien is pushing really, really hard to try and get Kevin before the 130R, because it'll be a suicidal move if he tried it through there. But I don't think he's got the speed. He's having a look, but he tucks back in, thinks better of it. Wow, they're splitter to bumper, and they still couldn't find a way through. With 10 seconds left, are these guys going to be able to get through? I'm sure they're going to get through, so they're going to have one more lap at it. And it looks like Skyjacker is going to be the first to come home for the VRC boys. He takes 6th. Big Dan is next to come through. He will take 7th, and an absolutely cracking race for him. And wow, he was low on fuel, so that was timed perfectly for him. Cool Guy Gory comes home in 8th for the GTSV guys. Taizai will come home in 9th. I don't know what to say on regards, because I don't know them, but maybe he's happy with the 9th. But representing his team is always great. Taizai 9th. Goadu comes home in 10th. Bazza is going to come home in 11th. We'll have a quick look, make sure there's been no change. No, there's been no change. So we'll go back to Bazza as he comes to cross the line for the VRC chaps, and he will take 11th. Magisoft comes home in 12th. Next will be Koikarp, and wow, that front tyre is completely dead. Oh, that was somebody spinning coming over. Oh, it was Penske. Oh, I do apologise. In that case, I will go back. I had absolutely no idea. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is your race 2 winner, taking the 2nd win of the race, with Spetsky coming home in 1st backwards. Oh, and Coy decides to join him. Beautiful. Mrs. Guesty, I think she's a fair bit away at the moment. Nope, she's coming through now. Come on, Mr. Cameraman, keep up. There we go. Cracking race. Mrs. Guesty comes home in 14th. So Smokey manages to hang off Racer Brown, and he is going to take second place for the GTSV, guys. Cracking race, Smokey. Well done. Racer Brown comes home in third. Homesick Alien has gone ahead of Kevin. We'll have a quick back and look, because we was looking at this. This is what I was expecting to happen. So as we can see, we're coming up to the chicane. Homesick Alien just gets that little bit of a better drive out of the chicane. He's having to go around the outside, though. Kevin really making him work hard for it. If either of them got the two, wow, Kevin's nearly almost out of fuel. But Homesick Alien now having the inside. I think Kevin's having to concede. But is he going to come back at him, coming down to 130R? Maybe this is the master strategy. So Homesick Alien is going to have to defend hard in the dying end of this race. But it looks like Kevin just hasn't got the toys to play with as they scream through 130R. And it looks like Homesick Alien is going to hold off for a hard-fought fourth. It didn't start off well for him, but it's come back to him, and he comes home in fourth. Kevin comes home in fifth for GTSV. I'm going to see if I can I make you jump? No, I can't. It's not that generous. So there we go. Spetsky for GTSV comes home. He took the race 1 victory. He takes the race 2 victory. The absolute dominance of Spetsky on display. Cracking racing, sir. Well deserved. Smokey pulls a sneaky one out of the bag. He comes home in second. Racer Brown coming home in third. I'm sure he'll be happy with that regarding the race 1 result and the little bit of a disaster that he was having. Homesick Alien having the disaster at the start, but has managed to fight it back to come home in 4. Kevin, my heart goes out to you. You're holding off for 4 for so long, but the tyres just weren't holding up for you. And do you know what? I'm going to have a look at that now. Shiny Barrier, Belgium. Bazza, is that where you got your job from as the barrier inspector? Because I have a feeling this is where it all started, right? Shiny Barrier, Belgium. Oh, Shiny Garage, Belgium. Oh, God, I can't read. I cannot read. Never mind. Ignore me. I'm being a complete blithering idiot. So Kevin comes home in 5th. Skyjacker comes home in 6th for VRC. Big Dan comes home in 7th for VRC. Cool Guy Gory, it was great to see you on track. He comes home in 8th for the GTSV. Tizai, apologies if I've been calling you wrong all race long. If it helps, you can call me idiot, if that makes you feel any better. But regardless, he comes home in 9th. Goadu, great to see. Oh, yeah, and it's great to see you, my friend, on track. Goadu, great to see you on track for the first time as well. He comes home in 10th. Bazza comes home in 11th for VRC. Magiskov, apology if I got that wrong again. He comes home in 12th. Koikart comes home in 14th. And Mrs. Guesty, first time representing VRC Motorsport, she comes home in 14th. It may be last, but I think you did well to represent us. But today has been about this man. It's been all about this man. Oh, we can have a good look at it as well. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I bet that took some doing. It's quite the shiny one. But yes, it's been all about this man. Cracking race, and it looks like he is the super alien of GTSV. And there we go. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this nice little exhibition that we held for you. Like you said, there's no points, there's no championship. It's all about the glory. And it looks like GTSV have decided they want the lot. So well done to you, Traps. And hopefully we will get to see you again sometime, in which I will be more than happy to show it on behalf of VRC. And if you ever do watch this, I'm very grateful that you were able to watch it, especially with my poor commentary skills. But there we go. We certainly hope you enjoyed it, in which, if you did enjoy it, you know the routine. Give it a little thumbs up. Get subscribed to us. We race and show races all the time. If you want to get involved with us here at VRC, link to our Discord is in the description. Or if you'd like to see more of the GTSV guys, they are on Twitch. Just do I don't remember the Twitch. If you can bear with me, I will find it for you once it loads. Oh, fine. It's asking me for an update. Oh yeah, there we go. If you do, they're on, as far as I'm aware, they're not on YouTube, but they are on Twitch, which you could do a search for GTSV space TV space 2, and you can go watch those guys duke out between themselves as well. And that'll do us for today. So we hope you liked this little exhibition match, and we hope to see you soon. I was your broadcaster and commentator, insert comical name here, and I will see you until we meet again. Enjoy your weekend.